Today I want to talk to you about two very interesting concepts. One is column spanning and the other one is padx, padY, okay? I'm just throwing at you the syntax, and as I go you'll see what those means. These tools that I'm going to show you today are just tools to make your widgets a bit more aesthetics, okay? That's basically it, right? So as you can see, I created already a window. Let me run it so you can see. And here we go, okay? Have our little window there. Okay, so now I'm gonna create an entry box. You'll see why in a moment, okay? Entry, and I want this at my window, and I'm going to grid it. And I want this to be at row 0, column 0. Okay, if you don't know what I'm doing at the moment, you can search in my channel. I have a bunch of videos explaining how to make an app, basically. Okay, so in Tkinter, of course. Okay, so I have now my entry, and now I'm going to create 3 buttons. Okay, so I'm going to say B1, button 1 is going to be equal to button. I want this at my window. I'm going to write a text, doesn't hurt. See if I can do this. Here we go. I'm going to say B1. And I'm going to grid this at, let's see, I want this at row 1. Again, you'll see why in just a moment. Row 1, yes. And column 0. Column 0. Okay. And I'm going to create 2 more. Let me copy paste this stuff. Here we go, and I think 1 more. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna change them a little bit. So this stays at 1, this is 2, and this is gonna be 3. All right. Let me change these as well. Okay, and I want them all in the same row, but at different columns. So 0, I think I want here a 1 and a 2. Okay. Perfect. So let me run it, see if it looks the way I want it to look. And there we have it. Okay. So let's take a look at this window right here. It looks strange, right? Because I wish that this entry box would be maybe here, right? But I want the buttons to be all in, like, under the entry box. Hopefully that makes sense. Because they look, the spacing is off, okay? Basically, that's what I want to say. The spacing of the buttons is off. So how do you solve such a problem, right? But before I show you the solution, why is this going on? Why is this happening? And it's happening because, as you know, and you can look videos in my channel, the grid system in Tkinter, it's relative, okay? So B1 is in column, it's in column 0. Just like the entry, okay? So let me show you. See, column 0, okay? So hopefully this makes sense. If you can think about it, the app splits this piece right here as, column 0, row 0, row 1, and these 2 over here represent column 1 and column 2, all right? So there's something called column spanning, which means that a widget can cover more than 1 column at the same time, okay? And hopefully when I apply that, the buttons look better. They don't have this really strange off spacing, okay? So let's see if we can do that. Okay, so here I'm going to write dot, let's see. Actually, let me do it here. Column span, see if I can spell that first. Span, column span. Okay, and I want the entry to cover column 0, 1, and 2, right? So I'm gonna type 3, and we're gonna see what happens, all right? Let me run it. And bam, there you have it, okay? See? Now, this widget, it's covering all 3 columns, hence the name, I guess, column span. So I wrote 3 because I wanted to span over 3 columns, right? So there you have it. But now we have the other issue. Well, it's not an issue, but the buttons, if you think about it, relative to the rest of the app, I guess you can say, or the window and the entry box, they look quite small. I wish these buttons were a bit bigger. So that's when padx, pady comes into play, all right? Let me first show you what that looks like, and then I run it, okay? So I think I want to do that here, okay? So in the grid, actually not in the grid, sorry. Here where you wrote your W, your text and everything, you're gonna, write a comma and write and type padx, and you're gonna write a number here depending on the dimensions that you desire. I'm gonna write 10, and I'm gonna write pady. I'm gonna equate that to 10, okay? And I'm gonna leave the rest of the buttons as they are so you can compare. What this does is just changes the dimensions of the buttons. So there you go, you see? Now B1, it's way bigger than B2 and B3, and it's because of padx, pady, all right? If I want B1 to be bigger, then I would just increase these two numbers, all right? So I'm gonna do the same now with button 2 and 3, and then see how my app looks. So padx, I'm gonna say 10 as well. Pady, I'm gonna say 10 as well. And same over here, okay. Padx 10, pady 10. There we go, okay? So let me, I think I did it on the wrong side, right? Yeah, it was supposed to be here inside. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. It's a bit too early for this. Here we go. And let me, no, those are okay. All right, so I think I'm just gonna copy paste this, all right? Way better. I should have done this way earlier in the video. There we go. Okay, I think now it looks better. Sorry for that. And let me run it. And there you have it. See, they look bigger. Okay, and so my app now looks a bit better, a bit more, I don't know, unified, I guess. Okay, and so there you have it. Okay, so see you next time.